What's going on, you guys? This is your boy Afflicted Venom here again, and I understand it's been a little while since I've made a video. I've just been a little bit sapped lately, just not knowing what to create per se, what kind of videos to talk about, and even if I do have ideas, it's kind of like how do I articulate it, you know what I mean? So, anyways, I got this video idea from the YouTuber named Kneecap Jake, and I would highly suggest watching his content. I sub to his channel today. So, anyways, Kneecap Jake, if you're watching this video somehow, great content, keep it up. I pretty much got this video idea from you about turning 30 because it is kind of a turning point in our lives per se. Not grandiose. Not It's not as if you're turning 40, 50, 60, or even way older than that, but it's just man, when you turn 30, you start to think like, man, I'm not as young as I used to be. My 20s are done. They've pretty much gone bye-bye, you know. So, let's talk about it. Um yeah, man, just I feel like once you approach the age of 27, 28, 29, before you hit 30, you're just thinking, man, I only have a few years left before I turn the big 3-0. But, I'm not 30 now. Obviously, I am 31. I don't know if told you guys in my videos, but if I did, okay, I repeated myself. If I didn't, now you guys know, especially for the newcomers to this channel. Anyways, yeah, so let me talk about, 29 going to 30. So I remember the day before my birthday, you know, I took off for my birthday. This is the day before, I get home from work. I'm kind of salvaging the last few hours of my 20s. And 11:40 comes around and I'm just sitting in my bed. I'm just sitting on my bed with my cat, you know. And I'm like, "Holy shit, in 20 minutes I'm turning that big 3-0, that dreaded 3-0." Because on my Facebook, I pretty much had to talk about, "Oh my god, I'm turning 30 years old in a bit, and it's going to be quite something. It's going to be quite I guess, an adventure. But yeah, I decided, I'm just going to watch some YouTube videos for a bit. And then once I stopped, I look at my clock and stuff, and it's 12 a.m. And I'm thinking to myself, welp, I'm 30 years old. I am officially 30. Man, after that, I just sat on my bed for a little while, just taking it all in. You know, I've been on this earth for 3 decades now, and it's quite something. Even after turning 30, it's just things are just different now. I don't know how to really explain it. I don't. It's just you realize, yeah, I'm just getting older. Just getting older, you know. I'm not gonna be as energetic as I used to be in my 20s. My body's not gonna perform as well as it did in my prime, even though technically I see on the internet, oh, your prime's from the age of 18 to 35. So hold on, I only have 4 years left until my prime is over, my quote unquote prime is over. Ah, man. Yeah, just, I don't know. I just look at things very differently, you know? Just, man, it's quite something. It's really quite something. And I'm not saying that my life drastically changed. I'm not saying that, you know, extremely good or bad things came to me, but just things just feel a little bit different now. I guess I have a new perspective on things, I guess. I tell myself, yes, I'm not as young as I used to be. I should have different views on things, which I think that's what happens when you get older too. Your perspective on things, your priorities have changed. And I just look back at my life, you know. I'm in my 30s and I look back on when I was in my 20s. I just think, man, I was obviously a different person back then. You know, I felt like when I was a teenager and in my 20s, I felt like I had all the time in the world. Felt like I had enough time in the world, but those 10 years just go by in a snap. It's as if Thanos got all the Infinity Stones, snapped his fingers, and 10 years go by. Holy crap, I'm in my 30s. I really am. I've also been living on my own for 3 years now, from age 28 to now. And yes, I get it. Oh man, you didn't move out until you were 28, dot, 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 dot. But to be honest, bro, people have different circumstances, right? They're not able to meet those milestones compared to other people. So, and plus, it's also more common nowadays to have younger people still live with their parents because of economical shit. But for me personally, it's just like I didn't really know what to do with my life. I didn't really have the best paying job until I moved out at the age of 28. So, yeah, man, there's days where I just miss my 20s. There's just something impactful about it. When I hear songs that I heard in my 20s, I'm just taken back. I just get nostalgic. I'm like, holy fuck, I was young. I was obviously younger back then, too. You know what I mean? Just, I don't know. And with my job, too, so you guys know, I'm not going to really talk about it. It's kind of brutal on your body per se. And lately I've been having this lower back pain per se. It could be from my job or it could be how I sleep. Sometimes I would sleep a certain way and the mattress would be kind of like hanging over the frame or whatever, or the box spring of my bed. And I lay on my stomach and it just kind of screws up my back a little bit, especially my lower back. Well, it is my lower back. And my feet kind of hurt from just doing this hard labor, and it just catches up to you, bro. It really does. And I notice I may have some crow's feet on the side of my face, like by my eyes. I think that's what it is. It's not like in the middle, like side of my eyes, but I notice I have some like lines and shit. And ah, man, the wonders of getting old. And I know also I won't be able to lose weight as easily as I did in my 20s because Once you turn 30, your fucking metabolism just takes a shitter like, you know what I mean? It really does. So, for anyone in your 20s, or if you guys are approaching your 30s, and I get it, I may make it sound like it's a really horrible thing. It really isn't, but it's a reminder. It's a reminder that you are getting older. And guys, when you're in your 20s, bro, just make the best of it. Make the best decisions possible because in the long run, it does affect you. Don't screw around. Don't do it. Don't screw around. I'm not saying I screwed around per se. You know, I have 2 college degrees under my belt. I'm not using them. I have a general associates and I also have a computer support diploma, which I'm not using either one. However, you should at least try to, go to school and learn something valuable. Even if you aren't guaranteed to get the job, it just shows that, you know, at least you did something. Yeah, just when you turn 30 though, well, when you get older, you obvious you obviously get wiser. You kind of learn from your mistakes and you're like, "Oh man, why did I do that shit?" You know what I mean? And thankfully, I didn't drink a lot when I was in my 20s too. I didn't go to these parties and shit, get caught up in all that. But yeah, just your life's a story. You gotta think about your life as a book. It's a story. Make the best of your story. Try to make as best of memories as possible. And even if you don't have the best memories like in your 20s, try to like still try to have some when you get older. You aren't really don't get me wrong, you aren't promised a long life, but right now you have your whole life ahead of you. So, anyways, that's been it. That's what the impacts of being 30 is like. It's hard to believe that in 9 years I'm going to be 40 years old. It's scary. Getting older is just scary. It's kind of weird and scary, you know. But anyways, that's been it. Peace out.